Okay. Every core of my being is fighting finishing this video. And because of that, I'm going to finish it. um, I don't want to talk about addiction. I am not in a great place right now. And sometimes these are the places that we need to really come from to say, no, I'm going to face this and I'm going to talk about it. And Riley's leaving. And I'm going to try to make sense of what happened here today. Sometimes when I go to the shelter, I have great days with the women, and other times things come up that bring up my own stuff, and that is exactly what is happening here today. And I'm just going to be completely honest about it. It is a devastating thing to lose somebody that you love to an addiction. It's devastating what it does to the family and what it does to you, because you go through a process of thinking that you can save this person, that you're going to go in there, you're going to say the right thing, and you're going to give the right, pamphlet, and you're going to send them to the right institution or center or the right person or the right book, the right something that is going to write everything for them. And the truth is that that is not how it works. I ended the last video saying that what I started to learn was, as I read about addiction, is I started to realize we all are addicted to something or someone that is not healthy for us at some point in our life. And when you allow that thought, when you don't put yourself in a category that's above and say, I'm not a drug addict or an alcoholic, those are real addictions. The truth is that this is part of the human condition, and we need to start to think about why. Why is it part of our humanness that we want to run and escape and get away from every raw emotion and feeling and situation that we experience in our life? Why don't we have a higher power, whatever that is for us, that we are capable of tapping into and helping us get through these situations? It's there, but why are we not utilizing it? Why are we not reaching out for it? Why do we feel like we have to do everything on our own? Why do we feel like we have to solve everything for ourselves and everybody else? And I'm talking to myself. And I'm sure I'm talking to you too. But yes, I realize I'm talking to myself. And, you get to a point where you realize that you can't save anybody or help anybody or serve anybody. We can serve, but we can't save. And we can't get to the serving part until we give up the saving part. The only person that we can save is ourselves. And if we're not doing our own inner work and we're not dealing with our own addictions and obsessions and demons and how they're controlling our own lives, we certainly can't pass judgment or try to serve another person. And I just think that these women that I have the privilege of sitting with every week have taught me so much about how beautiful we are as human beings and how we try so very hard to be our best selves, even on the days that we are fucking failing miserably. We are trying so hard to find ourselves, and that's just what it is. We have to find what it is for us as an individual that is going to help us do that inner work. We have to face those monsters under the bed and those monsters in the closet, and we have to say, you know what, this hurts, and I'm going to let it hurt, but I'm going to express it, and then I'm going to let it flow and process through me. How am I going to do that? Is it going to be art? Is it going to be movement of some sort of exercise? Is it going to be talking to somebody who's been through it? Is it going to be prayer? As I said, at the end of my prose that I wrote, if we start reaching for whatever is source energy for us, and whatever is prayer, and whatever is connecting us to our soul and not our ego life in an addictive way, letting that become our new addiction. This is how we start to change. We have to face our fears, and we have to pray, and we have to ask for guidance, and we have to believe that we deserve it. And it's very hard to believe you are worthy and that you deserve something if your whole life everything has shown you contrary, or the people in your life have told you otherwise. But at some point, you have to say to yourself, I want to live my life. I want to love my life. I want to be in love with life. And I want to choose this every single day. I'm going to choose this when I get up. It is not easy to be a human on this planet, but everything that we are given has value. Everything that we are given is a little treasure chest in disguise. And I think it's just about seeing it that way. You know, everybody wants to feel loved, and we want to give love, and we want to feel worthy, and we want to feel we belong, and we want to feel that who we are matters. And when we lose these things, and I don't know why this society that we live in is designed to be this way, but it is. All of those things are slowly eroded away from us. And, you know, working on our spirituality is something that should be part of every system that we're in, not just our religious systems. It should be part of our family life and our school system and our recreation and our creative life. And, you know, it's just not. People don't work on it. They don't talk about it because they're afraid. They're afraid that, oh, you'll think that my spirituality is better than your spirituality. And that's not what it is. We have to become more communicative about how we heal and what's going on in our souls and what we want our life purpose to be. And I feel like I'm kind of rambling here because I probably am. You know, I don't have the answer. I know that I have faced a lot of my own addictions and obsessions, and it really came down to, I don't want to feel this way anymore. I don't want this person or this situation to control me anymore. I want to take control of my own life, and I want to be my own woman, and I want to wake up every day and design my life the way that I want it to flow. And I want to be accepting if it's not flowing that way. I want to say, well, just like today, you know, I had a great day until I went to the shelter and everything threw me off kilter. It brought up all my emotions. But, you know, in those moments, instead of running to addiction, what I would hope is that we can say, okay, I'm feeling this. This feels horrible, but that's okay. That's really okay. And I'm going to think about this. I'm going to journal about this. I'm going to create an art piece about this. I'm going to talk to somebody about this that I trust and I know will let me process this for as long as I need to process it. Because when I repress how I'm feeling about my human life, it turns into depression. And when I project it out into the world without dealing with it from the inside first, it becomes anger, and it becomes explosions into other people's worlds of my stuff. And neither one of those ways is the way to deal with fear. We have been given fear. Fear is something, loss, grief. These are things that we have been given, and they are not punishments. They are just part of life, and we need to learn to process them and to allow them and to look at them and move through them, back into the joy. And I know for me, I spent a lot of nights outside in the dark with a lot of wine in my hand, not knowing how to process everything that I was feeling. And a lot of inner and outer damage was coming from that. And at some point I said, no more. I can't do this anymore. How much longer can I do this? Sorry. I hope I said something that was of value to somebody today. I feel like I'm just very worked up, and I probably need to be doing some processing off camera right now. But I just want you to know that if you are dealing with any type of addiction out there, that you are loved and you are always held by your Creator and the love and the light of the divine, whatever that is for you, and reach out for it. Don't think that you've been abandoned by everyone, including, your divine light, because you have not. You have not. You're never not changing. You're never not growing. And reach for the beauty inside you and choose to be the woman that you want to be. God is blessings.